Ever start something with full enthusiasm, a workout plan, a new habit, even journaling, and then it just fizzles out? 1 week in, you're killing it. 2 weeks later, you're back to binge watching Netflix and eating noodles at 1 a.m. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're just human. And today on Positive Vista, we're breaking down why you can't stay consistent, and more importantly, how to actually fix it using simple, science-backed strategies. 1. You're trying to rely on willpower alone. Psychologists call willpower a limited resource. Think of it like your phone battery. Every time you resist something, hitting snooze, scrolling Instagram, snapping at someone, you're draining that battery. A famous 1998 experiment by Roy Baumeister showed that people who resisted eating cookies gave up faster on puzzles. They were mentally exhausted. Build habits, not just goals. Habits are automatic. They use less cognitive effort. That's why brushing your teeth feels easy, but going to the gym feels like climbing Everest. 2. Your brain hates change. Our brains are wired to seek comfort and avoid pain. It's called the status quo bias, a cognitive bias where we prefer things to stay the same, even if they're not great. That's why starting something new, waking up early, cutting sugar, meditating, feels uncomfortable. Your brain flags it as threat. Fix. Start tiny. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, says, make it so easy you can't say no. Want to build a reading habit? Start with 1 page a day. Yes, just one. The goal is momentum, not perfection. 3. You're addicted to the outcome, not the process. You want the abs, the business, the glow up, but you don't enjoy the process. That dopamine hit you got from envisioning your success, it fades fast. The brain releases dopamine when we anticipate a reward, not just when we get it. But when the results don't come fast enough, your brain disengages. Fix. Fall in love with the process. Reward yourself after you do the action, not after you reach the end goal. That creates a positive reinforcement loop, which builds consistency. 4. You have an identity conflict. Here's a deep one. If you identify as someone who's inconsistent, you'll sabotage yourself to prove that identity true. It's called cognitive dissonance, the mental discomfort we feel when our actions don't match our beliefs. If you keep telling yourself, I've never been disciplined, your brain will work overtime to make sure that remains true. Fix. Change the identity first. Start telling yourself, I'm the kind of person who shows up even if it's messy. Actions will follow. 1. Use the 2-minute rule. Whatever habit you're trying to build, shrink it down to a 2-minute version. Want to journal? Just write 1 sentence. Want to work out? Put on your shoes and do 1 jumping jack. The key is, make it stupidly simple to start. Once you start, you'll usually keep going. 2. Design your environment. Psychological principle. Environmental cues shape behavior more than motivation. If your phone is next to your bed, you'll scroll at night. If your running shoes are visible, you're more likely to go for that jog. Fix. Make good habits obvious and bad ones invisible. 3. Use habit stacking. Tie a new habit to something you already do. Formula. After I current habit, I will new habit. After I brush my teeth, I'll meditate for 2 minutes. After I make coffee, I'll write my to-do list. It's called temporal anchoring. Your brain learns to associate habits more easily when they're chained together. 4. Track progress visually. Humans love seeing progress. Use a calendar, app, or even a sticky note chart. The psychology behind it? The Zeigarnik effect. We remember incomplete tasks more than completed ones. A visual tracker makes your brain want to complete the chain. 5. Forgive yourself for missing a day. You will mess up. You will skip days. That's human. But don't let 1 missed day become a missed week. Rule to follow: never miss twice. Get back on track the next day, not next month. Staying consistent isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up, especially when you don't feel like it. Remember, success doesn't come from doing something once. It comes from doing it often. Key takeaway: you don't need more motivation. You need better systems. If this video gave you a mindset shift, give it a like, hit subscribe, and tell me in the comments, what's one habit you want to stay consistent with this month? This is Positive Vista, and your best self is just one small habit away. See you next time.